Howdy, 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 all you cool cats and kittens. Welcome back to Planet Crafter. We have made this for you.
This whole planet, it's crafted in your name.
And we will be charging collect on that. So I
Mhm.
hope you brought your wallet with you. Berkeley, we have been saving up some stuff. And I think it's finally time to give the people what they want, which is jetpacks.
Are you sure it's not just more dance moves?
I will pay you $300 to stand in the middle of a club and raise your arms above your head repeatedly and call it a dance move.
Okay, let's do it. Yes, it's
You're very
jetpack
good.
time. Um, let's see. So I've got some rockets here in one of the overflow chests. So you'll need 2
Rockets.
rockets
Got it.
and 1 titanium.
Okay. Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am Jetpack Man and titanium. All right. Exoskeleton. Agility boots. None of these is what we want. Where is the jetpack?
Oh, sorry, it's in the other crafter. It's in the big aquarium looking one.
Okay. That would make sense.
Hi, Susie Moo.
Jetpack.
Welcome.
Okay, now I have to put it on. Jetpack equipped. Okay, now allows you to fly in the air and increase displacement speed.
Displacement speed is a fancy word for speed.
That's when the military says that something was moving at a high rate of speed, it makes me cry with laughter.
So to use these, you're just gonna want to jump and then hold your jump button. Oh, you got it. We be jetting, we be packing.
This is very cool. Do you think
So
that will... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
we're gonna unlock a bunch of tiers of these, and each one lets you go a little higher and a little faster. Oh, look, there's our escape pod.
It's drowning. Just like that one song. I just got a warning that says my hydration level is critical, which is pretty hilarious while we're breakdancing underwater. All right, I'm gonna go drink some water.
Good
Just so you
call.
know, chat, I am very bad at this game, and I have died, no joke, 15 times in the last half hour. So it's gonna be
Jared was
painful.
stranded a little far from base without food. I think that was uh, not much of a skill issue, just an unfortunate situation.
What lesson have we learned from this, Jared? That's right. Never go outside.
I had some salesmen come to the door today, and they were trying to, woo me, butter me up. And they were like, "Oh, you probably like going outdoors and being outside and like doing nature stuff because of your hair, right?" They specifically said it was because of my hair that they assumed those things.
That's awesome.
And I was like, "Nah."
Joke's on you. I got my
Jokes
hair by
on
staying
you.
inside.
I actually can't leave the house long enough to make it to the barber. I have tried.
I'm just imagining like the second you walk out of the door, your hair latches onto the door frame and tries to pull you back in to the house.
Please don't go.
Some sort of sentient thing. Okay, so Berkeley, we're crafting new cool things.
Yes.
What kind of new and cool things are we crafting today?
Okay, so we've got a few things. We've got a biolab and a biodome. Those are both going to help us like unlock some new technologies and start doing some like plant and animal based research. We also have a vehicle station that is new with the last update. So I do not know what it does. I assume it's related to vehicles, but it could just be a really clever name. What else do we have?
This is our vehicle station, and yeah, its job is to make saltine crackers. So
Looks like we've got some algae generators as well. That's going to be real good for getting some biomass. Do we have any biomass yet? Oh yeah, we're growing some grass. And then we are really short on power, so I think we should also do some like we need to do some rockets, like launch some satellites to get more uranium and iridium.
okay.
Do any of those sound like things you would like to do?
The biodome looks interesting to me, but I'm happy to do any of these things, including the vehicle station if needed. So
Okay. We have enough electricity for the biodome. I think we're going to want to be strategic about where we put it because once we start building those dome shaped things, it can be a little harder to keep the base situated and
yes.
all nice and neat and organized. Good news is that we can just build straight into the air as much as we want to. So maybe we could like have the biodome coming off of the second floor or the first floor.
Okay.
You could like build a little hallway to it and then have the biodome coming off of that.
Okay. Yeah, just maybe right out one of these sides. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I ask, Berkeley, where do we keep the super alloy in this big old
We have none.
Situation? Okay.
But to make it easy to craft them, to make a super alloy, you need one item from each of these 8 chests. Nope, 6 chests. I know what 3 times 2 is.
You're so good at planning ahead and so okay at math. You said 1 from each.
Yep.
Okay.
And then you'll bring those to this the T2 crafter, and that's where you use them.
Okay. Cool. Would you be okay if we referred to the T2 crafter as just the T2? Would that be that'd be cool?
Well, T2 is an adjective that goes on lots of things in this game.
Ah, okay. The reason I brought it up is that there's a movie I like where one of the main gags is that they're confused about what a certain item is, and so they call it the T2 and it doesn't help the confusion, and instead of being like a funny movie reference, it just became real. So
I apologize for not getting the reference. What's that from?
That's okay. It's from a spy movie called Johnny English, and I think it's from the second in that series, Johnny English Reborn.
Neat.
And I will say that the third one is apparently really bad. Haven't seen it. So first one and second one recommend. Third one, don't watch it and then complain to me that it's bad because I don't know. All right, this will be my first time crafting an addition to a building. So I'm assuming that I can just look up and place it and it'll just snap on. Is that right?
Yeah, there'll be a little chain icon if it's properly positioned.
Okay.
And then that'll automatically link them. I don't know what happens if you try to do it over a door or window. You might have to deconstruct the door or window first.
All right. Well, it's time to find out, I suppose.
Big progress update that we did off stream. We made some ore extractors. So these are, we made 4 of them. They're machines that just like passively collect ore. Low power. Beans.
Wow. Look at that biodome. Is there a way to move something once it's been placed?
I think you have to deconstruct it and then reconstruct it.
Darn. Okay. Whoa. Okay, so this gave me access to like a biome specific crafting screen.
Yeah, so that you're looking at, that's like recipes that we unlock by hitting certain targets with our biomass, and the biomass is split into, what is it, plant, insect, and mammal, or plant,
Yeah.
insect, and animal, I think.
They chose grubs for the insect symbol, and they could have chosen an insect for the insect symbol. Or maybe they chose croissant, like croissants, but instead of the traditional 3-section croissant, it's like a 7-section croissant for the insect symbol. That would be tasty.
That's probably what it is, yeah.
I've always heard that the more sections your croissant has, the more flavor it has.
Yeah. Yeah, one time I tried to serve someone a 2-section croissant, and they just threw it on the floor.
What is this? A dinner roll? Get this out of my sight.
That's exactly what they said. Verbatim.
I really want to hear Anders do an angry French person accent for this bit. All right. Cool. Well, this biomass, or I'm sorry, is this biomass? I don't remember what this section is called. It's really cool. I like the glass and open spaces. The heating bill's probably pretty rough, but it feels like a very nice positive use of space here.
Nice.
Okay. So we need some rockets so that we can get more fuel. Is that correct?
Yeah, I am working on the first one. We don't have enough materials for 2 of them right now.
Okay.
Rockets need both uranium and iridium, and we're just so low on both of them. It's a little terrifying.
Berkeley, remind me, did we build a machine that spits out water bottles?
Yes, those 2 like satellite looking things right outside the house.
Ah, okay. Excellent.
Oh, these rockets really just kind of wibble wobble a lot when you first build them.
Yes.
Oh, it's probably because of this stone that's in the way.
What? Well, just if you're feeling self-conscious about our rocket launch ability, just remember that you don't have to pay people $1 million to vote for your favorite candidate so that you can bribe him into giving you a position so that you can illegally get rid of the regulation that would otherwise make your business unprofitable because your business is unprofitable. Anyways, we're a company of 2, and also we're a world of 2. So none of those are our problems.
How wild would it be to try to have an election with 2 people on the planet?
I mean, it would be pretty awesome, you know? Like,
I mean, what happens if it's a tie, though?
I don't want to run for office.
Who's in charge of making the rules? Well,
You.
me neither. So now it's a tie.
Ooh, maybe we can go to the Supreme Court with this one. The sitting two judge court.
I've heard Supreme Courts are really good at deciding elections.
They're
and
so
never
good at
have
it.
any ulterior motives.
True.
Okay, so we should have a bunch of iridium all over the ground now. I'm gonna go pick that up and use it to make another rocket to get some uranium.
Berkeley, did you ever play Fallout 4 with the radio on?
Oh yes, I did. After the last time we talked about it, I did a bunch. Always
Do you,
Diamond City Radio.
do you have some uranium fever?
I have some uranium fever.
Excellent.
Turn on my Geiger counter.
Excellent.
Meg and Androxima are both here. Welcome.
Welcome.
Meg was trying to kill some demons in Dragon Age, and it didn't go very well, it sounds like.
Was the demon's pie?
What?
I don't know. I was trying to make a pie is bad dig, but I don't think it.
Oh, because Megan doesn't like pie?
Yeah, exactly. Pie's the demons.
Gotcha.
It was bad. I can own that one. I can own that it wasn't a good reference. I am about to suffocate while flying at full speed with my jetpack on.
That's the dream, isn't it? That's how we all want to go.
That's how we all want to go. Look at this chest just conveniently right outside my door. Love it. Love it. Okay. I have brought back a good old chunk of iridium, which goes in the iridium one. Guys, if you are playing a game that requires a lot of organization and you're not very organized, I highly suggest that you get your friend Berkeley to play the game with you, because they're really good at organizing and they'll have it figured out. And then all you have to do is remember how to read the words and it'll take care of itself.
Well, glad you're enjoying it. All right, do you want to make another rocket so that we can make another rocket? What are they called? The jet engines? Maybe just engines?
Yes. Let's see here. Jet engines.
You'll need an engine, 2 super alloy, and 3 cobalt.
Okay. Rocket engine needs iridium rod, 2 uraniums, and a super alloy. Oh, there's a
So last time we
rod
streamed,
already here. Go ahead.
Last time we streamed, I talked about a book I was reading, the autobiography of Malcolm X.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm still reading it. I just needed to give a big old asterisk on my recommendation because the book got really sexist and anti-Semitic later. So I just don't want to like give anyone any false pretenses going into it. It's definitely parts of it didn't age very well, but I still think it's really fascinating and really important as a historical artifact for understanding that time and those viewpoints. So still enjoying it, still really interested by it, but if you do choose to read it, just take it with a grain of salt.
Yes.
I do not endorse all the messages, just a few of them.
And that's, we're going to leave it at that. We're not going to clarify which messages. So
Yep.
do your own research. I'm just kidding.
Do your own research.
Berkeley, I'm sorry. Which were we launching, the asteroid attraction or the magnetic field one?
Whichever one gives us uranium.
Okay, that would be the asteroid attraction. Okay, two super alloy, 3 cobalt. Got it. That's awesome. So I can you remind me of the title of it? Is it called Malcolm X?
It's called The Autobiography of Malcolm X because he didn't actually write it. He like told his life story to a journalist, and then the journalist wrote it. So it's actually like modern scholars would not consider it an autobiography because it has so much of the journalist's influence. So it's more of a biography that is just uh, inspired by interviews, but it is in first person from Malcolm X's perspective. So anyway, it really rides the line between autobiography and biography, but the title is The Autobiography of Malcolm X.
Okay. Straightforward. That's good for simple people like me who can't organize. I have had to drop some things on the floor so that I have enough space in my inventory to craft this stuff. I will pick it up and put it in its proper place momentarily.
No worries. Chat, has anyone been reading anything interesting?
Need one more titanium. While chat answers you, I've been reading some interesting things. I have read 2 books because I have canceled streaming so many times in the last month. The first one is called Live, Fight, Survive, which is a account written by a POW of Russia during the war in Ukraine. The guy was a British guy who served in the Ukrainian Marines and was captured at the siege of Mariupol during the first, 2 months of the war, and ended up being tortured by Russian special forces, and a bunch of crazy stuff happened. And then eventually he was freed in a prisoner swap organized by Saudi Arabia, of all people. So it's a really great book and an interesting perspective on resiliency from somebody who really saw some of the most brutal fighting of that era of the war. So Live, Fight, Survive by Sean Pinner. I would highly recommend it. It's pretty short too. And then the other book is called The Showman, and it's about Volodymyr Zelensky, who is president of Ukraine, and covers his rise to power and a lot of the diplomatic stuff that was going on between Russia, Ukraine, and then Ukraine and the rest of the world in the lead up to the start of the conflict in 2014, and then into the wider breakout of the war in 2022. So I haven't finished that one yet, but it's really, really high quality, and it's written by a journalist, Simon Schuster, who works for Time Magazine. So very well written and thoroughly researched. That's called The Showman. All right, chat. Did we get anything?
Yeah, we did. We got Meg says she's definitely not just reading smutty fan fiction. So, that's a recommendation. Androxima says, I'm listening to one called Artificial Wisdom, kind of a soft sci-fi, low sci-fi, around 2050, involving AI and kind of a pseudo-mystery. That sounds really interesting. I'm curious about that.
So I'm curious about that too. I would ask, what defines soft sci-fi versus hard sci-fi? Is it the adherence to non-real laws of physics? Is that the idea there?
Yeah, I'm curious what Androxima was thinking with low sci-fi or soft sci-fi. I feel like stuff that takes place that near in the future has a really different feel than stuff like Ender's Game or Dune. Okay, yeah, near future, no space stuff, no lightsabers.
Okay. So I would imagine that's similar to a wow. Those Hank Green. There were two of those books. A
Oh
truly
yeah,
remarkable thing, and
an absolutely remarkable thing and a
thank you,
beautifully foolish endeavor.
thank you.
Maybe not the
Yes.
best titles. Hank is not a marketer, but among my favorite books. Yeah, those are similar with sci-fi elements, but take place in the near future.
Don't look at my mess. Don't look. Don't look at it. Look
I'm eating
away.
it. Nom nom nom.
Does
So Jared
anybody?
and I were noticing. Oh,
Oh,
you go ahead.
I was gonna say something boring. Tell me what you were noticing, Berkeley.
I was just gonna say, Jared and I were noticing that it seems like the last update to this game had some big graphical updates. Improvements on render distance, the way that like water and dark interact with the landscape, stuff like that. So good on these developers. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Did you hear that there's a new planet as well?
What?
Yeah, there's like a new planet that's apparently a lot harder.
Is that real? Is this a setup for a joke?
No, I'm pretty sure that's real. I was reading somebody talking about this, I think, on Reddit.
Crazy. I'm not seeing any uranium.
There some up on this cliff, but it's very hard to get to because these giant boulders are trapping it.
And
Yeah.
Droxmus says artificial wisdom has been pretty interesting. He'll wait to finish before fully recommending, but he's liked it so far. It goes into potential ways AI will be used in the future and also some climate stuff as well. Very cool. Those are top of mind for a lot of us. Very timely issues. Okay, yeah, I straight up have not found any uranium.
I have found a bunch. I'll bring it down.
Cool.
I had to climb this cliff. Oh, there's even more. And I can't get to it. Darn. So, I know that this isn't the same, but in lieu of Berkeley's ability to bring trivia, I can bring boring would you rather questions. I thought it might be fun to ask a few. So here's some would you rather questions from menshealth.com, the
Ooh.
most reputable source of all time. You ready for this, Berkeley?
Yeah, let's do it.
Would you rather dance every time you hear music or sing along every time you hear a song?
Oh boy, those are both pretty bad. I get some social anxiety around both singing and dancing, and music is just in so many public places. I think I'd have to say dancing because I think I would have more leeway to do something, just like kind of shrug my shoulders as I walk and call that a dance move.
Okay. Yeah,
You know, build in
that's
a little
fair.
loophole, do the lame version. Although I did notice during the pandemic when I would go grocery shopping at Walmart with my mask over my face, it was a lot easier to just like kind of mouth the words to every song that was playing. And then when I stopped wearing a mask to Walmart, then it was very hard to stop doing that and became much more embarrassing. So
True.
maybe I would wear a mask and just sing really, really softly whenever I heard music.
Yeah, whisper it to yourself under your breath. Um,
Uh-huh.
Confession time. So, Berkeley, I don't know if we were very close friends during this time because we were in different halls at school. But when I was in middle school, I had a good 2.5 or maybe 3 solid years of singing out loud almost all the time that class wasn't in session at full volume. And I think I carried that into high school a little bit too before I started becoming like aware of myself as a human being and realized that maybe it wasn't a good idea to be singing full volume all the time. But yeah, I've already lived out this would you rather, and I think I'm with you. I would choose dance, even though I'm very much not comfortable dancing. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Little tap of the foot, little shrug of the shoulder, maybe some, fake choreographed fighting when Darude Sandstorm plays. A lot of options in terms of
A lot of
dance.
options. Chance Dev says, walking in time to music is dancing. Nobody can tell me otherwise. Or if they do, I won't believe them. Love that. Thank you for the support. Or,
You're in great company with that assertion because I think the first ever music video was "Stayin' Alive" by the Bee Gees, and that's basically what they did is walk in time to the music. So
there we go. You heard it here first. I want to hear chat's opinion. What would be the worst time to have this curse of always dancing or always singing? I feel like it's probably got to be when you're at a wedding and the wedding march starts.
okay, that'd be bad. But I feel like the sing along, like in a movie theater, anytime a movie has a song in it that has words, you'd be compelled to sing along to the words in the movie.
That
Just
would be pretty bad.
sitting in the dark with 150 other strangers and you're the only person singing Left Hand Free.
Yeah, that would be bad. Okay, we got 4 answers in the chat, except we only got 2 answers in the chat. We had a lot of concurrence. We got in a public bathroom and when sitting on the toilet, and we've got at a funeral and at a funeral.
Okay, I just have to point
Fantastic.
this out. I don't think I've ever used a bathroom that played music. Is that more common than
Jared.
I've experienced?
Oh, Jared. The bathroom at the company that I work at, I usually work from home, but when I do go into the office, the bathrooms there do play music all the time. Except we don't have any control over what plays. It's just like the landlord has an iPad playing Pandora somewhere. So oftentimes you'll go in and it's just an ad playing over the bathroom loudspeakers. It's hilarious.
There's nothing else I want more when it's time for me to drop a deuce than to listen to an ad for B&B marketing on LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Androxma also says his work bathroom plays it every day. That's hilarious.
It's terrible.
Jared, I'm gonna make a biolab because that's gonna give us access to one ingredient that we need for the next level of like power generator.
Okay.
Do you have any opinions on where it should go?
Is it an additional chunk onto the current structure?
Yeah, it's like a 3x3 square.
Is that similar in size to what I have added onto the end?
I think it's a similar size, but more square.
Okay.
Less rounded.
I think you could just chunk it right out the end here, or maybe towards the lake. Up to you.
Okay.
If you can reach it, I suppose.
I'm gonna go ahead and make like a little hallway and then do that. Oh no. Is that power level low?
I gotta say, Berkeley, that didn't sound very genuinely alarmed.
Well, I'm not alarmed. I'm just disappointed.
I'm not mad. Just disappointed.
How much energy do we need? We need 30 more energy right this very minute. I am going to make 2 solar panels. Or actually, would you mind making the solar panels?
I got you.
2 T2 solar power panels.
Yep.
We're so close to getting just way more electricity. Just not there yet. Oh, Meg asks if you don't go to restaurants. Restaurants seem like a place that would be playing music a lot in the bathroom.
I do, but I don't really use the bathroom at restaurants often. So I guess I don't really experience that. And my work doesn't have music in the bathroom. So
Oh man, we still do not have enough uranium. This is wild. We might need to do another rocket.
there's a North Korea joke in there somewhere. All right. Solar cells go up on the shelf above us, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Thank you much.
You're welcome. I've finally, chat, I've contributed one thing. This whole stream, the whole however many years now we've been doing this. I just want this moment to go down. I contributed something. Berkeley assigned me a task and I actually did it instead of wandering off and getting stuck somewhere and dying. It's a big moment. All right. It's time to look up another. Oh, go ahead.
Androxima's wife just recently beat Planet Crafter. Congrats, Megan. That's awesome.
That is awesome. Congratulations.
Oh, you said she hasn't taken the last step. If she's curious, the game does save right before the last step, so there's 3 separate endings you can get if you want, and you can get them all on the same save file. Just if she's like, if she happens to be terrified about which ending to get, which she's probably not. I was. You can get them all.
All right. Would you rather wear a bib or have to drink out of a sippy cup every time you eat in public?
I have high confidence that I could make the sippy cup just like a lifelong bit. Just really lean into it and be the sippy cup guy in a very non-creepy, just very funny way.
Okay. I can respect that.
Androxima says Megan's a pro. She said she knows that already. Sweet. Well, I look forward to hearing what she thinks about the endings. Jared, sippy cup or bib?
if you get to choose what the bib design is, I mean, how different is a bib from like tucking one of those fancy cloth napkins into the neck of your shirt at a Italian restaurant, you know? Like
Mm.
it's kind of accepted already as long as it doesn't have like very child coded art on it, I think. Berkeley,
Yeah, that's fair.
where
Just
are
get
our
like,
aluminum mines? Do we have aluminum mines yet?
yeah, you know that area that's just like really spiky? It's got like those
Yes.
little towers with the not like the tall ones, the ones that are like kind of gnarled and
Pitted.
pockmarked.
Yes. Okay.
That is where those are.
I'm on my way.
When you get there, maybe you can show the people how the ore extractors work.
Oh yeah. Hey, did you build a an outpost out here for me after I died 15 times trying to get home?
Um, so I built that because frequently when I try to empty the ore extractors, my inventory is full. And so you
Ah,
can just dump anything that you don't want in order to fit more aluminum.
excellent. Okay. Nice. Well, it's going to save my life today. I didn't bring any oxygen with me when I left. I like that this bin is just labeled not aluminum and it's all iron. All right.
Yeah, I'm a programmer, so I'm really good at naming things. We call that self-documenting code, except it's not code, it's a chest, so maybe self-documenting chests. I was gonna say that joke was too niche because of programmers, but I guess about half of the viewers today are programmers. Represent. Let's go.
Yeah.
I have. We've got one team at my job that is mostly in charge of like cleaning up bad code patterns and making good code patterns. Like they don't deliver any new features; they just kind of make it easier for the rest of us to write good code. And the team's a little notorious for naming things like don't do this unless there's no way to do a shard lookup, or what was a recent one, impossible to know what this metric will be metric. Stuff like that. They just
I
have like really obscene code names so that people don't misuse stuff.
I think that's good for morale too.
It is. It's always delightful to find one of those. Okay, Susie Moo wants to know if a straw is just the adult version of a sippy cup. I think that's a fair point. I don't think that would count for this curse if a genie or otherworldly being forced you into sippy cup usage.
You know what is the adult version of a sippy cup? Those gigantic Stanley mugs people were going crazy over for a while.
Think?
They've got the lid, they've got the built-in straw, they're loud. It's checking all the boxes in my mind.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
And to be honest, I don't think it's really embarrassing to drink out of a closed container like that because much like the bib, who does want to spill on themselves? You know?
Yeah, that's fair. That's a good point.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna make a T2 nuclear generator, and then we'll uh, never want for electricity again.
I am so excited for this moment. IRL.
Androxman's got ahead. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you around.
Thanks for coming out. Safe journey, friend.
I don't watch streams very often, but there's one streamer whose Discord server I joined just because just got like a pretty tight knit small fan base, and I was trying to make some friends. Um, and for the last month or so, when she's been going live, she's posted on her Discord, "Hey, it's observation duty time." And I just assumed that was like a fun way of saying, "Hey, viewers, it's your duty to come observe me." Last night, I joined the stream for the first time in a while, and she was playing a game called Observation Duty. Just great miscommunication.
So we need to release a game called Come Watch This.
Yeah, there we go. I'm surprised by how many streamers do like spooky games during October, because I cannot handle anything horror. But I guess a lot of people can. It's very foreign to me.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Life is already scary enough without adding imaginary scary scenarios. It's never appealed to me.
Oh, I forgot to read out Megan's comment. I'm not just about the sippy cup. I'm not sure you could pull that off, and I don't think you want to. I think I could. I like how different. You know, when people started wearing bucket hats to be cool, or like started doing the broccoli haircut, it looks dumb, but if you have enough confidence, it's funny. And I stand by that.
I like that you didn't say, but it looks good if you have enough confidence. You said it's funny. That's maybe the best joke all night.
Trying to keep reasonable expectations, you know?
I'm here for it.
All right, electricity check. We now have not unlimited electricity. We're producing 340 more than we're consuming. So should be good.
That's pretty good.
Bit. Yeah.
By the way, just IRL, if you have a power system producing more than you're consuming, bad things are going to happen. You can't. Don't do that.
Yep.
Anyways.
Laws of physics of all that and all that. We've got about 10 or 15 minutes left in the stream. I think we could go for some vehicles, or we could launch a bunch more rockets. What are you interested in?
I want to see the vehicles. I'm curious. Also, I can see some uranium from out here that I might go get real quick.
Cool. I will collect the resources we need for vehicles.
All right, Berkeley. Here's a relatable question for you. Would you rather be the funniest person in every room or the most intelligent person in every room?
I'm definitely funniest, I think.
Yeah.
It's working with programmers. All my coworkers are really smart, and about half of them are really funny. And I'd rather spend time with someone that's funny than smart, and I want people to want to spend time with me, you know?
Yeah. Right.
That's all my logic.
That's good. That's a good assessment. I'd say the same thing. I think being the smartest person in every room would be pretty depressing, you know? Like, I don't know. I guess my whole life I've always looked up to intelligent people, but at the same time, I think it would get pretty lonely. Whereas being funny, everybody understands being funny. And also being funny, you can bring joy into your own life as well as the people around you. Whereas being intelligent, it doesn't matter if you're intelligent if nobody can understand what you're talking about, you know?
Mm-hmm. Okay, new angle. If you're the most intelligent person in the room, you have to solve all the problems all the time. because you're the smartest, and that would suck.
True.
I want someone else to solve my problems. Susie Moo says she's already both.
Wow.
And Meg and Chance confirmed. Wow. Nice. That's a glowing recommendation. Okay, I'm worried that if we build this vehicle station by our base, that we won't be able to go anywhere because we'll be surrounded by water.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I make it over by the ore extractors?
Not at all.
Sweet. I'm just grabbing the last 3 aluminum that I need, and then I will wait for you, and then I can craft it.
Okay. I am trying so hard to get to the top of this cliff so I can grab the uranium that's up there.
Ooh, Chance says he wants to be one of the smartest people, but not the smartest. I like learning from others and would miss that perspective if I was the smartest. Nice, I like that. Oh no, we're 1 aluminum short. I'll hang out and
I'll run to
hope
the
that
thing. No, I won't.
I'm there right
I'll
now.
die. R.I.P. me.
Oh sweet, we've got all the aluminum now. I'm just gonna wait in the aluminum satellite base, and you let me know when you're by the other ore extractors.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I'm just watching you on my other screen. I will see when you're close, and I will go.
Okay.
I can tool around on some vehicles for a few minutes.
Okay, I'm on my way.
Okay. Indeed, as I have seen on my side monitor.
Okay, Paul Atreides. Okay, here's a real guy-coded question. Would you rather be able to control your own emotions or be able to control other people's emotions?
Imagine the superpower of controlling your own emotions. I refuse to answer that question. That is an unhealthy question.
I can't, babe. I can't. Babe, I can't, though. You know this about me. Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
So, Hot Rod is an amazing Andy Samberg / Bill Hader / a bunch of other famous comedians film. And they're the scumbag lawyer boyfriend in that film was such a great satirical character for me. But as I've gotten older, I've met more and more guys like that. And I just, it's this type of comment where you go, yeah, there's nobody who's like, oh, my superpower would be to control my emotions. And then you think for a minute, you go, no, there definitely is. All right. We need rocket engines. Wow. Okay. We need a lot of rocket engines. Okay.
Yeah, 4 for 2 vehicles, right? Let's just make 1 vehicle right now. So 2 rocket engines, 1 uranium, 1 fabric, 1 iron, 1 silicon. Okay.
Yes.
I'm not gonna remember all that, but I'll remember most of it.
Do you want to do the rocket engines and the uranium?
Sure, yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna die. No, I'm not. I've got air. Meg says the rapid heart beating keeps scaring me because I think it's in my game. Oops.
Man, ever since I was a teenager, I've had this thing where my heartbeat is so powerful that it shakes my entire body. If I'm laying in a bed, it will shake the bed that I'm laying in to the point that I can feel and see it move. So
that is crazy. I did not know that.
It's pretty uncomfortable sometimes. And yeah, I've never talked to my doctor about it, so I'm sure it's fine.
I think that's the rules, yeah.
Definitely nothing can go wrong if the doctor doesn't know about it. I have forgotten what I was supposed to grab. Probably iron, fabric, and silicon. but I'm also going to grab some titanium just in case that's what was needed.
We are too short on iridium.
Oh no. I think there's a spot
Oh,
nearby that might have some. I'll go check it.
okay. If not, I'll get ready to launch a rocket to get some. Except that we're out of materials for rockets. Dang it, this might have to be a next time thing.
Okay. Here's another question for you, Berkeley. Would
Mhm.
you rather be the world's fastest runner or own the world's fastest car?
I'm just gonna give the most boring answer possible. I would want the world's fastest car so that I could immediately sell it and then go back to living my current lifestyle.
There you go.
A fast car or fast legs would not. I'd, I'm just not very interested in the kinds of things I could do with those, you know?
Yeah, I suppose you could like win some Olympic medals and some endorsement stuff, but oh, I can't mine this, whatever this is, apparently.
Oh,
There we go. Okay. Oh, we're good. I
okay.
was just being finicky about detecting that I could. Alright, I've got some iridium. I have 2. How much do you need?
I think we just needed 2.
Okay. I'm on my way
Um,
back.
okay. I think that we'll also need some more aluminum for super alloy for the rocket engines. So I'm getting more aluminum right now.
Okay.
If you see any silicon on your way back, I think we're out of that as well.
Okay.
Are you going to be good if we go a couple minutes over?
Yeah. I mean, no. I'm going to break down and throw a tantrum.
Okay, cool. As long as it's just a tantrum. If you don't shut off the stream about it, then we're good.
Anything for views.
Anything for views. Everything is content, including the emotions that you can or cannot control as a man on menshealthmagazine.com.
Okay, this is one that I thought of myself before the stream. It's not really a would you rather as much as it is like, do you think you could ever sell one of your kidneys? Is that something you think you're psychologically capable of? And if the answer is yes, what do you think your price would be?
Mm. I want to hear chat's perspective first. I've been answering all these too fast. Ooh, I might die coming up these stairs. Made it.
Nice.
Oh, Meg missed the question. The question is, can you imagine ever selling your kidneys and for how much and under what circumstances? Okay, I've got 2 rocket engines.
Okay.
Do you have everything else?
I believe I do.
Okay. Here, let me just give you the rocket engines.
I think we also need 1 super alloy.
Oh, okay. I think I can make 1 more.
If you have aluminum, I didn't find any. So,
I do.
okay. I'm gonna go over and double check the recipe.
Okay. Meg said she'd sell her kidney if she got desperate. Yeah, I also could imagine doing that if I got desperate. It's hard to say how much money I would be desperate for, though, you know?
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, the more desperate you are, the less money it takes to make a difference, but also maybe the more you need to get out of whatever situation you're in.
Okay, it was uranium Berkeley, not super alloy. I was wrong.
Okay, cool. No worries. Let me grab that.
So I guess like maybe this is a little bit more of a sadistic perspective on it, but let's say you weren't desperate, but somebody approached you and said, "I'll pay you X amount of money for you to give up your kidney." Right? And maybe to make it easier, let's say that it gets donated to somebody who needs an organ transplant. So it's like it's not just somebody being like, "Hey, I'm just going to make you do this to show you that everything has a price," but rather like how much would it cost to incentivize you to give this to somebody in need? And I think like I think it would need to be several 100,000 for me.
Hmm.
You know, unless it was somebody that was part of my nuclear family, I think that that would be very difficult for me to psychologically accept giving up a part of my body, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that is interesting. I don't know what my number would be, but it would be much lower than that. Especially if it was going to someone else. I don't know. Whoa! We got a car.
Yeah. I have just committed the first hit and run on this planet, and you'll never be able to stop me or catch me.
I'm getting close with my jetpack. Oh, never mind. It was just because you were going in circles and I was going in slightly tighter circles. Oh.
I won't let you stand on the back or sit in the seat.
I can't sit in the seat. I don't think. Oh, yes, I can. I can't sit in the seat.
Oh, just being in the car
This is
doesn't give you
amazing.
oxygen. That's bad news. Oh, it threw me
Yeah, I'm
out.
almost out of oxygen.
Well, rip.
Quick breathing break. I'll be right back.
Oh, man. Okay, so we went from a dumb old planet that was just barely getting some rain to full-size lake, our own fancy car, and nuclear power. That is
T2 nuclear power. We had nuclear T1 before.
fair enough. That's the come up of the century.
Dang it. I died right before I made it back.
You will be remembered. We'll put a plaque on a park bench for you.
So it looked like there were a bunch of mods we could do for the car. I saw lights, faster, more storage. I think this is gonna end up being real cool. I'm excited about this.
Hydraulics, subwoofer, spinning rims,
Real good stereo.
real good TM stereo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Whoa. You could teleport the vehicle to the station.
That is
Oh.
very useful.
But only once every 10 minutes.
That's great. Okay, so you could load this up with oxygen and water and food. Go on a really long voyage. Go until you die, as long as you're putting your stuff in the vehicle inventory, and then call it back once you respawn.
Oh, yeah, there we go. That's a good strategy. You could also, if you like set up Like if you're exploring a crash site, or like where we went to that moon landing looking area, you could have some other like base and then bring a ton of stuff back.
True. Yep.
Just do like quick trips back and forth. This is awesome. I'm so happy we have this.
I feel like this is what I thought Legos would be when I was a young kid. Like, this is what I imagined was going on with my Legos. And now I'm seeing it. Kids these days will never appreciate what they have.
I've beached us like a whale.
Press F4.
And I'm gonna die. Okay. Let me try F4. Oh, hey, that's fun. Oh, I don't think you take fall damage in this thing.
I have
Nice.
succumbed to oxygen deprivation. All right, so here's our stats. We are at 5.4 parts per billion on our oxygen count. We are at 17.04 microkelvin, which is 17 times 10 to the negative 6 of 1 Kelvin, which is less than 1 degree above absolute zero, at which point molecules stop being matter and start being little packets of energy waves. So it's cold. Or I'm misreading the units, which could be, I guess. Pressure, 12.95 millipascals. And biomass, we have 6.65 kilograms. Which kind of implies that you and I aren't alive, Berkeley, if we don't count as biomass.
It must be native biomass because I'm definitely alive.
Are you driving the car on the ocean floor?
If it's good enough for breakdancing, it's good enough for driving. That's what I always say.
Yeah, man. We definitely,
Party
yes. On. Yep, true. All right. Well, thanks everyone for coming out and watching us craft this planet. If you're new to the stream, check out the about page of our Twitch, or if you're watching this on YouTube, check out the link in the description. It'll take you a couple of places, one of which is Instagram, where we announce our streams or announce that we won't be streaming depending on what's happening. And then the other is our Discord, where I have posted a new music recommendation. The song Too Young to Die by M. Ward is one of my favorites of this year that I've discovered, and you can go listen to it there. Well, actually, I guess you can listen to it anywhere else if you're hearing this. So, but come join us there if you want to hear more recommendations about that, talk about books, talk about many other different various things. And we will catch you next time here on SVTerra.
Yeah, thanks everyone for joining.
Bye.
Bye.